Assalamu alaikum. In this lesson we are going to learn the letters Meem and Noon. The letter Meem and the letter Noon. Now for the Meem, there are several shapes. At the beginning it looks just like a Fa and a Waw and a Qaf, but it's connected from the baseline. If it was at the beginning it will look like this. If it was connected, you connect this side, or you take this shape and you round it. So you will leave the full thickness, add a circle, add the full thickness, add a circle all around it, just like that. And after that we are going to work around these shapes to have it either look like this or look like this. You see it's rounded instead of straight lines. In the middle you can either have this one or you can have the rounded one with a decorative move up here. At the end you can use either of those with a decorative move like this, or you can use another one that would look like this. It's also a singular Meem. So you go down and you do this. This is the Meem at the end. For the Noon, there are several shapes. It generally looks like a Ra, but it continues up here with a small plant shape, or you can have it something like this that is more straight liney. Or you can change this into curves and it would look like this, just like the Qaf we talked about. So let's start with the Meem and I'll work around it. The Meem and Noon are relatively easy to write because we've already done the Fa, Qaf, Waw. We're going to use the 16mm thickness in this lesson to show the letters in a bigger shape. So this is 16. You go half the thickness, which is 8. Right over here, locate this. Now if this was your starting point, you'll have to go to the left, the full thickness, the 16 we talked about, right over here. This will be your opening inside the Meem. Go to the left 8mm, connect those two together, continue all the way straight up. As usual, you take the full thickness and you add a small decorative move to it. This ends up right here. So the letter ends here, but you add a nice shape to it. Right now you leave the full thickness to the left, the 16 right here, and you connect those two with a compass, the one here and the one here. So you have a letter Meem. This could be at the beginning or by itself. If it was by itself, what you have to do is drop all the way down, drop all the way down. As we've discussed several times, the maximum amount of drop you are going to is 1.5 T, 2.4 centimeters. Let's locate that just around here. You would leave the full thickness to the left, 16mm. Like what we did with the Waw, you go down, you leave like a quarter of the thickness or less to have the letter end at it. You go up from here, you go like this. So this is a meme by itself, or at the end of a word. Now, if you want it to be rounded instead of straight liney, all what you have to do is use the thickness line as your guideline, as always we've talked about. So this one will be different from when it comes at the beginning or at the middle. So for example, at the beginning you will use the same concept, starting from here, drawing the lines we've got here, taking the full thickness and the half thickness, and again the full thickness. Right here. Over here you are going to add a circle that's a tangent with the thickness itself, just like this. This circle, as you can see, has half a thickness as a diameter. Use this center line to draw the circle that goes from here to here, as you can see. You take the parts that intersect with the baseline, above the baseline. You don't need the lower parts. You continue the baseline itself. Right here you either go circular motion, or we are going to change some bits about it to show you how it will look like. Right here we'll do what we've done for the calf. You go out several millimeters and you go back and you go like this to have to look more beautiful. Now here in the center you would increase the half thickness above the top line of it. That'll be around here, and you will add this crown shape that will change the direction of it. Or you can leave it from the left, and from the right you can take it rounded like this. So these are all shapes that you can go for. If it was in the middle, you will take the midline of your baseline, which will be 8. You locate that. You locate the center line of your letter, where it will be. You draw the circle, the 8mm one. And you draw the other circle, the big one, the one that goes 1.5t. You continue the line from the left and from the right. You do the same thing down here. Sorry about that. And you connect these circles, these parts of the circle. The same thing goes for this point. You want to add a small nudge if you want to. You could add a small nudge here, have it crowned like this, or again like this. So let's outline these shapes. And for this one, if it came at the end of a word, you can go on, add the decorative move right here, but with the base that will be between 5 and 5.5 the thickness. So what I am talking about is this. We've got a meme that is coming at the end of a word. We went for this shape with a circle here. Now we are going to end it, but from this line you'll have to move 5 to 5.5t, end it here, add the decorative move, and it will look like this. So what would you do is to choose this line, multiply it by the full thickness, find the point located here, add the decorative move that we've always added, and it will look like this. So we can have it either below the line, with the line, and you can have it either at the beginning, middle, end, like we said here. The same thing works for these shapes, and we are going to outline these in different shapes to see how beautiful they are. Now, as we can see, I've chosen this meme to go this way. Meanwhile, this one I chose it to be this way, so you can notice the difference in shape between the two. This looks like a shark fin or a fish fin. Meanwhile, this looks like a dome, the top of a mosque dome. Now, for the noon, what we are going to do is the following. Our baseline, we are going to locate a square, drops 1.5 as usual. The full thickness of the square would be 3.25 T. Just like the ra, we go upwards 1.5 T. We locate this point, we go down like this, we rotate all the way, go all the way here, and we add this nice, sorry about that, 1.5 right here, delete that, and you've got this shape. Now right here we're going to add this move, and the letter will start gradually decrease in size until it reaches a thickness right here that equals 0.25 T or T over 4, quarter of our thickness. So what you're going to do is locate this, have the thicknesses around. You will get a line that is quarter this line. You will connect this one to this one, and this one will connect to this one, and that's how you get this tusk shape. Right up here, you will have a small floral shape that would look like this. So let's start with it. Our letter starts from here. Take the full thickness, 16. This is our letter. Go upwards 1.5 the thickness, which is 2.4. Right over here. You've got this square or rectangular shape. You drop down another 2.4, 1.5 the thickness. You've got this line. You've got this side, the upper and lower side. Now the left side, as we said, is 3.25 T, 3.25 of the thickness, which will be in our case 5.2 centimeters. This is the line, and now we are going to work around some bits in order to create the whole letter. We start from the right side. You would take the full thickness first, which is 16. Locate that point. Have it like a dotted line. After that, you're going to take the 2 times the thickness, which is 3.2 millimeters. That will be right over here. And as you can see, we've got 4 millimeters left, which is quarter of the 16. Now what you have to do is connect this one to this one. You can use a compass. After locating the center line, so this is 3.2, half of it would be 1.6. Locate that, use a compass, connect a circle right here. This will give you the inner lower part of it, this line. Now you will gradually connect this one to this tangent and up to here. Again, you can either use one of those, find it a rounded, nice rounded shape to it, which is sometimes really frustrating to find, but yeah, you can find it. And you connect this one to this one. As you can see, you've got a nice curvy shape to it. This part you would continue like here, and as we said, this is the 1.5. You will connect this one after leaving 1.5 the thickness. After leaving 1 T, you would connect this to this, and this you will connect it to the intersection with the baseline. You see here, connect this to this one, and you've got it. Now for the floral shape, you continue with a curve that is 4 millimeters, and you rotate it back here. One part goes right here, the other part comes from up, stops here and goes back here. You've got this nice shape of a noon. Let's outline it and see how it looks like. There you have it. This can be a noon by itself, or a noon at the end of a word. It can also be a noon, for example, we talked about the noon when it comes in the middle of a word that looks just like a ba or a ta or a tha. It doesn't differ from any of those letters. Now there are other shapes to the noon, but I would rather avoid them because they look so close to a ra and a dal that people might get confused. So there is one that is exactly like the one we've done, but it stops here with a thin line, and the ra, we had it stops here. So some people might mistake this with a ra. There's another shape that is geometric. This is also, people are used to dals. Though dal does not go below the line, but people might think this is a dal. So I'd rather us to stick with this one because it's beautiful, and yeah, go for it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.